Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we have a bigger card all about Pluto retrograde. So if you didn't know, Pluto went retrograde on April the 25th and will be in retrograde, may I say, till October 4th. So this was a popular vote on IG. If you don't follow me there, I suggest that you do. That is where I do the votes. That is where it's easier to just post instantly. So all that information is always in the description box below. All the timestamps will be pinned in the comment section. So before I go into what does Pluto retrograde mean, what energies are going to be playing out, if you don't feel like listening to it, fast forward to your selected option. I do want to give a huge shout out to Sherry. She's the owner of Wing and Bell, and I got this beautiful Spirit Oracle deck. It's amazing, it's beautiful, and she also gave me this free Organite gift. Such a beautiful Organite. So shout out to her. I will be pulling from these as well to kind of see what Spirit wants to tell you during this period of Pluto being in retrograde. So if you hear me shuffling, that's what I'm doing. I'm shuffling the cards in the background here. So what is Pluto retrograde? So Pluto's going to be retrograding during, like I said, April 25th all the way till October the 4th, and it will be retrograding in the sign of Capricorn. So what does this mean? This means that there's going to be upheaval. This means that there is going to be changes. This means that there is going to be a breakdown, a purification of some sort in some area of your life. To know what area of your life, look at where Capricorn falls on your chart. That is what house is it ruling, and that will kind of tell you what area of your life. So for example, for me, it's about work. It's my 6th house, so it's about service, health, and your everyday life. So if it falls in the 1st house, about self. If you're in the 2nd house, about finances, and so forth. So with that being said, we are going to be facing what has been simmering in the unconscious, right? Pluto brings things up. Think about Pluto like a volcano here that's ready to erupt, right? So again, the message here is to not resist the dramatic changes that are happening, because there is going to be dramatic changes when we have Pluto. Yes, it's a small planet, but let me tell you, it's a very powerful planet, right? It rules Scorpio. So do not resist the process. Do not resist the changes here. Okay, we're going to go through a process of realignment and a process of being redirected in some way, in some area of our life. Of course, some of us are going to feel it more than others. It's the way it is. Be careful with power struggles as well, because we're talking about Pluto, it's all about power and control, letting that go. But we do have Pluto conjunct Jupiter, which is Jupiter's a benefic planet. So again, we're going to be able to make room for new seeds of growth here. There is going to be a consolidation of our resources, right? There is going to be the most intense energy during this Pluto retrograde is August through October. And the reason for that is because Mars will be in Aries and it'll be squaring Pluto. So it's going to be a time for you to embrace new creations, new directions, new ideas, to try to find creative solution to things. Again, do not try to resist to stay the same here, okay? It's going to feel like a test of time. Just think of this as a catalyst for growth and expansion. That's all. Remember, for me, retrogrades are a period of you taking a step back. It's a period for us to reassess something, to look at something from a different point of view. Okay, so I don't want you guys to freak out because it is a retrograde. Any planet that's in retrograde is just allowing us to kind of go within, take a look at one area of our lives in order for us to see if it needs restructuring or if it needs to be completely eliminated, or do we need to kind of do some changes here? There is going to be a restructuring of systems. Okay, so we're going to look at what's not working, what rules are not working. What rules are we following? What beliefs are we following? Also, there is going to be a period of us here with this Pluto retrograde, as it is with any retrograde, to take responsibility for ourselves, right? In order for us to take our power back, we need to take responsibility of how our thoughts, how our actions have led us to where we are in this point in our life, and what can we do. But first we need to be aware, and first we need to take responsibility for the things that we have done that have led us to where we are, so then we can start making changes, right? So with that being said, we're going to look at what Pluto retrograde will be meaning for each one of you. Again, we have option number 1, 2, and 3. So you can fast forward. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. So I am going to pull cards here before, because or else I forget. These are going to be messages from Spirit that you need to hear during this time. At the bottom, fall on your knees, pray. Prayers always are heard, or always work, is what I was going to say. So let's get started with option number 1. Let's see what this Pluto retrograde is going to be playing out in your life. What is it going to be doing? What are you going to be looking at? I feel like bells are going to go off, is what I'm hearing. Okay, bells are going to go off. I feel like there's going to be a lot of like aha moments, a lot of awakenings, a lot of like alarms. I'm hearing like alarms, like bells, like, you know, like, look here, this wasn't good, or this isn't good. We need to change it. We need to fix it. Okay, it's kind of like an alarm system, if you will. So let's see. Mastery. So again, I do feel like for a lot of you, you have been feeling tied up. For a lot of you, you have been in this energy of feeling restricted here with Harry. Okay, I feel like you're just like, I don't know which direction to go. For a lot of you during this period of Pluto retrograde, I do feel like you are gonna be having trouble with control. So I feel like for those of you who picked this pile, I do feel like you're gonna want to be in control, and you're gonna feel restricted in some way. I'm also hearing you're gonna see what is keeping you restricted, what is keeping you tied up, in order for you to find freedom. Because I feel like Spirit here has been, again, giving you signals of like where the exit is, or what you need to change in order for you to feel more at peace and at ease. But I feel like you still keep looking here. You keep looking this direction instead of looking that direction where the dove is. So I feel like for a lot of you, the curtain is going to be unveiled here. And for a lot of you, it is going to be all about you taking responsibility. For a lot of you, you are looking at the past. You're holding on to something of the past that has been affecting your prosperity, with 2 and 6 is 8. Or you guys are going to be feeling this in the month of August. And then we have spirituality. Okay, Emmanuel here with 6. Okay, so for a lot of you, you're going to be looking at your spirituality. A lot of masculine energy here. So that's why I was saying, like, you guys are going to want to be in control. You guys are going to want to kind of, you know, make the direction go in a certain way, but I'm hearing just go with it. And then we have the Fool, yeah, because I feel like you guys, there's a new beginning here for you. But again, I feel like you're very focused elsewhere, and I feel like your spirit guides are trying to tell you to go in this direction here. We have Sagittarius, yeah, going different places, expanding your views. I do feel like seeing new things, okay, and also taking a risk. So for a lot of you, this Pluto retrograde is gonna tell you to take a risk, to take a plunge in something, and to just go with it. Okay, I feel like there's gonna be no choice. There's gonna be this period of like, either we stay in this energy here feeling tied up or stuck, or we take a leap of faith and we go in that direction. We have grace and gratitude. Yeah, it's a lot of expansion here. Yeah, the Spirit is trying to gift you something. Okay, but I feel like you're not open to it. Yeah, this Pluto retrograde is going to open a gateway for you that's going to lead to a beautiful new beginning that is going to bring in a lot of joy. But with expansion does come the fear of the unknown, and it does come with the feeling of feeling uncomfortable, right? Feeling like, you know, the growing pains, if you will. But I do feel like Spirit is trying to get you to expand here with Jupiter, with the Sagittarius energy. But I feel like, again, there is this energy of having to get up. How do I put this? Trying to get a broader view of where you're going, because I feel like you had a very limited view of where you wanted to go, and I feel like Spirit is like, no, there's something bigger for you. Okay, and I feel like you've been limiting yourself here with the Mastery card, and I feel like for some of you, you are becoming a master of something. So your Spirit is saying you're ready. For some of you, you're ready. You have the qualifications, you have the experience. Okay, you are a master at your craft, whatever that is for you. And Spirit is saying you've been going back and forth on something, not wanting to take a leap of faith in something. And I feel like this Pluto energy is going to push you. It's going to push you to expand, to see new things, to try new things. And you need to know that it's going to be very lucky, okay? Very, very lucky, but you're stepping into this energy of boundlessness, of expansion, okay? And I feel like you need to be open to that, because I feel like you weren't open to that. Yeah, you're blocking out distractions. So for a lot of you, again, there's this energy of like you're looking elsewhere, and Spirit is trying to get you to see here where the dove is. And what the dove is where all these changes, the full energy, the spirituality, the fulfillment, the expansion lies. But you're here looking at, I would say, your past, or you're looking at distractions. And I feel like this Pluto energy is going to take all that out, because Pluto is all about destruction, right? Pluto is all about destroying things in order for them to be rebuilt with a stronger foundation. If you ask me, that's the way I look at Pluto. I do feel like, again, you do have a bigger life purpose. There's bigger things for you, but I feel like you've kind of put yourself in a smaller position, if you will. Yeah, the stuck energy. Exactly what I was saying. For some of you, you're feeling stuck. You've been feeling this way, or Pluto, or maybe you've been feeling it, but you've been ignoring it. And I feel like during this Pluto retrograde, it's just going to intensify. That's what's going to happen. It's going to intensify. And because it's going to intensify, it's going to make you look at it. It's going to make you be aware of it, and it's going to make you feel uncomfortable with that stuck energy, that it's going to make you be like, okay, I'm done with this. I need to do something. I can't be where I am, or I can't keep doing what I'm doing. I need to change. Something needs to change. And I feel like that's what you're going to be open to receive. That is when that gateway is going to open, and that is when you're going to take that leap of faith. Yeah, because you're going to follow your intuition with the goddess of the moon. The world, but I do feel like there's something here that you're stuck on. Okay, there's something here that you're stuck on with the world. There's this cycle that needs to end, and I feel like that's the one where you're stuck on, and that's the one that Pluto is gonna help you close that cycle out, so you can start a new one, because that's what the World card is, right? It's about wrapping up cycles that are very long in our life. So you might have been stuck in the cycle for what, the past 7-12 years. The World is literally the whole journey of the tarot. So it's not a journey, it's not a cycle of a year ago. It's a cycle that has been, 2 to 3 years and on. And I feel like you're being asked to let that go in order for you to expand in the world, in order for you to do something different, because you're really being pulled to expand and to liberate yourself, to free yourself from something that has been keeping you in this energy here. Yeah, and I feel like you're going to be seeing a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities of where you need to go, what you need to do. Literally, I feel like you're going to be having people come up to you and tell you things, or they're saying it's going to be hard to miss. You're not going to be able to miss this. There's no way. And that feeling of uncomfortable, and that feeling, that uncomfortableness, and feeling that stuck energy, it's not going to allow you to ignore it anymore. Surrender the drama. So for a lot of you, again, you were emotionally charged with something. You were very emotionally invested in something, whether this is a person or a situation or a job. There was something that you have poured all your emotions into it. There is an emotional attachment here that I do feel like you're going to be detaching from. You're going to be detaching from it. And I feel like that's what's going to give you the ability to walk through that gateway and close that chapter and take that leap of faith and make the changes that you need to make. And I feel like you're going to feel the sense of freedom that's going to come with it as well. Yeah, you're taking action. You're taking action in something that I feel like you've been seeing the signs a long time ago, but you just didn't want to do it. You were avoiding it. But I feel like during this Pluto retrograde, you won't be able to avoid it any longer. And I do see you taking action. This was something that wasn't good for you. It was toxic, okay, with the number 15. It's making me think of the devil energy. Yeah, because it wasn't nourishing you. It wasn't nourishing you. It wasn't healthy for you. It was just not giving any substance to your life. Okay, for a lot of you, you will be making diet changes. For a lot of you, you will be changing your relationships. For a lot of you, you will be changing something in your health routine here. Okay, because I feel like you need something that's fresh, something that is fulfilling, something that is satisfying. And I feel like where you were at, it was not. Then we have the passion flower, desire, inspire, and dream. Yeah, a lot of you are being asked to go after your dreams, go after your desires here. For a lot of you, you were stuck on a desire. And it was just that. It was a desire, right? This card says, for every desire is a valuable lesson. At first, our desire, yes, can be foolish. We can desire things very strongly, yet we attain them and we are still left feeling empty. As we fulfill each desire, we learn that what we want is not what we need. And slowly over time, our desire becomes of a higher nature. Sorry, you guys, this is hard to read because they're like in cursive here. When once our desire was empty illusions we thought would make us whole, now our desire is for true substance. Exactly, that's what you guys are doing. And because you are doing that, you're now seeing like, okay, what is it that I want and what is it that I need? You're making a big difference in this, and you're seeing it. How maybe you were attracting what you wanted, but it didn't give you that fulfillment. If anything, it made you feel more stuck. And I feel like because you're making those changes, you're tapping into that inner wealth, inner power within you. Changes, yeah, changes in your life. News of a birth or of a new business opportunity. Yeah, so for some of you, you're going to be taking a leap of faith. And for some of you, you're getting married. For others of you, you are reconnecting with the marriage. For some of you, you're going to be reassessing something in a marriage, okay? This is a very good commitment as well. Marriage, I look at it as also as a commitment, a contract of some sort. So for some of you, you're going to be committing to something that maybe before you did not want to commit. But I feel like because you're liberating yourself from this thing that was tying you up and was distracting you, that was keeping you stuck, you're going to be able to commit and make the changes that you need to make in your life. So let's see what Spirit wants to tell you during this Pluto retrograde when you're going through these intense energies. I continue to wish you well, and it gives me peace to see you happy. So this is like a past loved one. This looks like a car to me. And then we have, take a leap of faith. I support you in all you do. Exactly. Take action. Take that leap of faith. Make the changes that you need to make. See the signs. So Spirit is telling you, again, take the leap of faith. You're being supported. This is where you need to go. Stop looking elsewhere. Stop looking elsewhere because it will leave you unfulfilled. Whatever it is that is keeping you stuck, it's going to leave you unfulfilled. It's not going to really nourish you. What is it that is really worthy of you to nourish? So that is what I have for you guys. And now I'm going to move to option number 2. So for those of you who picked the Orgonite, very beautiful. I feel like you've been having a hard time seeing something, okay? Seeing the value in something is kind of what I'm picking up for you guys. So let's see, what is this Pluto energy bringing in for you? Ooh, divine connections. So for a lot of you, you're going to be reassessing your connections. For a lot of you, I do feel like you're going to be making new connections. And for others of you, I am picking up that there is going to be new guides stepping in for you, okay? Or you're going to be connecting more with your guides, with the divine. Creative channel. Yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like you're going to be channeling something very, very beautiful here. And I feel like this is a divine creative idea. You're going to be asked, I feel like during this Pluto retrograde, you're going to be asked to work on something. To work on something that it's divine, that it's meant for you to birth at this time. Okay, I feel like you're going to be feeling very creative. Your channels are going to be very open. You're going to be receiving a lot of information, a lot of downloads. I also feel like here you're going to be getting your hands dirty with something, just because I'm seeing his hands dirty. I feel like you're going to be getting your hands dirty, but I feel like also you're going to be supported, because this looks to me, I thought it was a cane, but now that I look at it, it's part of his robe. But because I picked it up as a cane, I feel like you're going to be supported on this creative endeavor. You're going to be starting a creative endeavor with a new partner. There's something that you're meant to create with someone, and I feel like you're solidifying this, if you will. Ooh, it could be with an air sign, with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, but I feel like you guys are thinking, you guys are communicating it, you guys are cutting through the BS, you guys are getting to the nitty-gritty of things. You guys are looking at the facts, looking at what is worthy of this project, you know, looking at things black and white, if you will. Being very focused, very determined. I feel like with the Queen of Swords is this clarity of mind. Again, there was a confusion here, and I feel like clarity is coming in for you guys for my pile number 2. With the Queen of Swords, I do see you rising above certain things, certain issues that you were dealing with, either with someone. I do see you kind of like, I'm getting the image of just cutting things out, like just cutting what is not necessary, cutting who is not necessary in your life. I see you just making a lot of changes, getting rid of the clutter is kind of the energy that I'm picking up here. The first house. So for a lot of you, I do feel like there is a new door that is opening up for you. Okay, there's something that is coming in. There's a gateway, there's a portal here for you guys. I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be changing your philosophy on something, on the way you look at something, or the way you look at someone, or the way you see the world. I feel for a lot of you, you are going to be very upfront about your opinions. You're going to be communicating your opinions. You're not going to be holding yourself or biting your tongue in any way. I get a lot of awakening, especially through the crown chakra, because I'm feeling tingly at the crown chakra. So for a lot of you, again, very, very divine downloads here. And with the pyramid, I do feel like energy comes in, right? That's kind of like energy is coming out here as well. So there's a lot that you're receiving. So make sure you're staying grounded. There's an arrival of something here. Something you've been waiting for, I'm hearing. You have wondrous universe, walking in beauty, being very proud. Okay, being very proud of what you're doing and what you're working on. Yeah, I feel for a lot of you, you're gonna see why you're not feeling good enough. What philosophies, what opinions have you taken up from other people or from your upbringing that have limited you in some way? Okay? Because I feel like for a lot of you, you have this stuck energy when it comes to your creativity, it kind of feels like it's stuck. Like, I feel like you're a creative person, but you can't, or you don't feel like your creations are good. And I feel like it's because somewhere along the line you adopted things, opinions, philosophies, ideas, or comments from people in your life that have made you to believe this. And I feel like you're gonna let that go. You're gonna let that go, and you're gonna realize that you are good enough. And I feel like that is when this divine creation, this divine creative channel will just unleash, will just open up. Yeah, illumination. Wow, you guys are just like, you're being illuminated on your path, on what you need to create, what is your next step, about also how you express yourself and how you allow others to express themselves to you. Because I feel like with the Queen of Swords, she's very picky, and she has like very firm boundaries around her. So for a lot of you, I feel like you're putting your sword up and you're like, enough, that is enough. You know, I'm keeping you at arm's length, and this is the way it's gonna be. For a lot of you, you are clearing depths, but I'm also getting like just clearing things out of your life in order for you to move forward. Because I do feel like there has been heavy burdens on you that have made you feel like you're not good enough. Maybe you've taken up on obligations from other people or burdens from other people. And I feel like you're just going to liberate. You're going to cut that out with that Queen of Swords. And I feel like you're just going to be able to walk in your beauty and be like, wow, I feel so free. So we have a loving man. Okay, so for a lot of you, there is a man who will be coming in to help you, to guide you, to mentor you. Okay, or to remind you of just how beautiful and what a beautiful human being you are. Wow, for a lot of you, this is a door to romance. So for a lot of you, this is in the sense of romance, okay? Of, you know, meeting someone new, getting to know someone new. I know a lot of you are going to say JJ is quarantined, but we're talking about Pluto Retrograde is going to be up until October 4th. So, you know, for a lot of you, you're going to be meeting someone new. And then we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you, you're letting go of the mental chaos, because with the Five of Swords is hostility. It could be mental conflict within yourself or with someone. Okay, with the Five of Swords, also someone overstepping boundaries. So maybe you didn't have good boundaries. Okay, maybe you didn't have good boundaries with people around you. And I feel like you're setting new boundaries around you, or you're communicating instead of just biting your tongue about things. You're going to communicate them. You're unleashing that Queen of Swords. Yeah, for a lot of you, there is a completion here, a completion of a cycle. You're clearing something in order for new energy, for this new door to open up for you. Yeah, for a lot of you, you've set limits on yourself, like I said, about your creative endeavors, or how good you feel about yourself, or, you know, about your projects. I feel like for a lot of you, I do feel like you've limited yourself, and you're going to see that. For others of you, like I said, there's boundaries here that were overstepped. Maybe you didn't have a good boundary system. And now you're going to learn to say no. And you're going to express your needs. You're going to be like, that's not working for me. Or that's not how things work. You're going to know that no is a complete sentence. And for some of you, I do feel like you might even say no to someone here. Yeah, you might be releasing this person that once you let them kind of come in at some point in your life, but I feel like you're letting them go. Or someone. Yeah, and you're healing, you're nurturing yourself with that mother energy here. For some of you, you're creating alchemy. You're transmuting negative energy into positive energy. And then we have B, blossom collective service. So for a lot of you, you are blossoming. Okay, for a lot of you, you're becoming of service to the divine, and you're channeling something that you're meant to work on. The bees also to me remind me of community. So I feel like you're going to be taking a second look at your community, who you call, who is in your community, where do you need to set boundaries in your community or within your friends or within your co-workers. You're going to be looking at all of that. And then we have financial pinch. So for a lot of you, just be very careful of your finances. Okay, it's coming out. So be very careful. Be very careful you're not holding on too tightly to something too. With the cup, you should accept valid criticism. So again, for a lot of you, you are going to be, someone will be coming in. And I feel like this is the person that's going to help you on this creative project or this new doorway that you're walking through. And Spirit is saying accept valid criticism from this person. So don't feel like this person is judging you. Know that this person is actually giving you insight and tips to help you grow and expand and to set boundaries. Don't take it as like, oh my God, this person is being mean. Okay? But also know when is a valid criticism, right? Know when is a valid criticism, and also know when someone's being just flat out mean. Okay, I feel like that's something that you're going to learn. You might have had a hard time distinguishing that or just biting your tongue and not saying anything. But I feel like this Pluto retrograde is going to actually allow you to see what is valid criticism and what is not. And then we have carriage, a journey. So you're going on a journey, either physical or mental. I feel for many of you, this is a mental journey. Okay, that's kind of what it feels like. Things have been set in motion and there is no turning back. So this is what Spirit wants to tell you during this time. This could be from a past loved one or this could be from your spirit team. So let's see. I apologize for anything that I said or did that hurt you. Okay, so that's for someone in specific. I also feel like for some of you, you're going to be making amends. It could be with this gentleman here. And this person might want to come in and apologize. And I feel like, again, it's up to you if you accept them back in or not. Or you can just forgive and kind of move on. I remember you in the younger days and the unconditional love we shared. Okay, so for a lot of you, this feels more like a past loved one. But I'm also getting this in the sense of the reading. You might know this person since you were young. Okay, and I feel like there was unconditional love or an unconditional connection here. But I feel like you're going to be taking a second look at that. And you're going to be cutting cords with that person. Or, yeah, no, I'm just getting you're cutting cords with that person. That's kind of the energy that I'm picking up for you guys. So I hope this was helpful. Now I'm going to move to option number 3. So for those of you who picked option number 3, Pluto, let's see, premonitions and student of the universe. Okay. You're moving forward. We go from 33 to 34. Okay, there is movement forward. I do feel for a lot of you, things will feel a little bit out of your control. But I feel like you're going to be able to see through a lot. Okay. I do feel like you're going to be getting a lot of insight during this time as well. I do feel like Archangel Michael is around you, will be around you as well. Student of the universe, I feel like you're going to be learning a lot. You're going to become a student during this time. So remain flexible, remain expansive. The Star, you're going to be healing. A lot of healing, self-healing, healing old wounds, things that have been holding you back. Yeah, in order for you to shine bright like a star and like a sun. Okay, in order for you to really be able to express your essence, in order for you to feel good about yourself. I feel like there is this self-awareness that is coming with Pluto retrograde. For you guys, I feel like you're going to see what has been holding you back in regards to achieving things, in regards to your spirituality, expressing yourself in a creative way. I also feel like for a lot of you, you are healing that masculine energy within yourself during this Pluto retrograde. There's a lot of growth here. We're going from like child energy to like father energy. For a lot of you, you will be healing your relationship with the father or with a child, okay, if you are the father. I feel like you're just becoming more self-sufficient. There's a lot of also, I'm getting a lot of heart chakra healing going on here. Yeah, a lot of healing. There's a lot of healing that's going to flow through you. For a lot of you, you are an energy healer. I do feel like you will be feeling and developing this more, okay? You're going to be, I heard charged, very charged. Yeah, there's going to be a need for you to surrender because I do feel like things might feel like out of your control. Especially when it comes to agreements, make sure you're looking at, taking a second look at things. What are you signing? But for a lot of you, I do feel like you're going to be learning something new. For a lot of you, also, this involves about forgiveness, like I said, with the father, with the son, or it could be with the mother too. It doesn't have to be just with the father or son, but that's what I was picking up specifically. And also a lot about self-forgiveness. So this pile feels like more in the internal. I feel like you were limited in some way in the way you talked. I feel like a lot of fifth chakra going on as well. So maybe you couldn't express yourself authentically, or you couldn't express your truth again because of something. There's something going on here. Okay. And I feel like you're going to be able to express yourself more here because you're going to heal yourself. It's safe for you to receive. So you're going to be opening up more, okay? Because I feel like before you were very closed off. You wouldn't express yourself. You wouldn't say what you thought or what your truth was. Wow. So with this comes great achievement. With this Pluto retrograde, you're having great achievement. You're being put in the spotlight in some way. We have a woman holding a heart. So like I said, a lot of heart chakra here. Two of Cups. So for a lot of you, whoa, I can. Give me a second. Sorry, you guys. I just I had to clear my throat because something's going on here. Like I can't. With the Two of Cups, there's this connection that is healing. Okay, this connection, it could be with a female in your life, or it could be with a male. It could be with the parent. It could be with the son, daughter. Okay, there's something here. There's a connection that is healing, but also the connection with self with the Two of Cups. And this will open up a new beginning for you. It will open up something new. Yeah, for a lot of you, you're learning to open up to support. So for a lot of you, you were very closed off when it came to others. Okay, maybe you were very guarded, or maybe you were just very scared about allowing people in because maybe you thought, you know, like I have to keep my heart here. I can't trust. I will be hurt in some way. But I feel like you're learning to let that go. And because you're doing that, more people, more supportive connections are coming in. Okay, I feel like new connections are coming in as well for you. Yeah, and I feel like this will bring in more pleasure for you, more happiness, more joy. Make sure you are staying grounded. Okay, I feel like there is this energy of a void within you. You've been shielding yourself, exactly. You've been protecting yourself. And I feel like you're going to let that shield down. Okay? And then we have trickster, adapt, and medicine. Yeah, exactly. I feel like you guys have been tricked in the past. And I feel like you're just like, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to go through that again. But I feel like you're going to be looking at where that's coming from, why you feel that way, and you're going to be reassessing. And I feel like you're going to be able to heal that in order for you to open up. And then we have shark. So take care of your finances, you guys, during this time. Again, for a lot of you, you are dealing with the woman, or you are a woman. And then we have stepping into a new experience. Yeah, for a lot of you, I do feel like you are going to be stepping into something new, and you will need the support of others. So that's why Spirit is asking you to heal this aspect of being closed off to other people and to making connections. So these are the messages from your spirit guides or a past loved one. Let's see. The first one is, you have heard me call your name, from Spirit. So maybe some of you in this pile are very clairaudient. Okay, maybe you've kind of been in the room. That has happened to me. You're in the room and you hear someone say your name and you're like, did someone call me? And everybody's like, no, we didn't. Okay, so just know that that's your spirit guides, or that is a past loved one. Your last card is, I see your struggles and I am here. Ask for my help. So again, they're just telling you to reach out to them, to connect with them, to know that they are there for you, okay? And that you are not alone during this process. And if during this period of Pluto retrograde, you feel like things are very intense, just know that you can call upon them, that they're always there for you. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wish you guys a lovely night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.